Hey everyone, a new update for DCS World Open Beta came out today. In that update were about 20 bug fixes and improvements for the DCS F-16. In this brief video, I've picked 5 that I'm going to highlight and take a look at. Alright, so the first one is the tailhook. Check it out. We have a tailhook now. There it is. Unfortunately, in a recent video, WAG said that they're not planning to implement arresting gear at airports anytime soon. Maybe in the future, though. Alright, this next one I'm pretty excited about. It reads updates and corrections to the ALR-56 RWR. So if you saw WAG's video recently, he did a very detailed discussion on the new RWR system. It's much more dynamic, it has a lot new symbols, tones, does a lot of different things. One thing that I think is really great is that it no longer is going to give you the launch tone constantly if there's a missile in the air at your aircraft. That used to bug the heck out of me. All the time I'd be in a mission, maybe there's like an SA-10 off in the distance that's shooting missiles at you, and that thing would just be a nuisance. It'd be on constantly. The new logic, it's going to give you the launch tone anytime a missile is launched at you, and then it's going to give you a series of intermittent low tones to remind you that missile is still in the air. So let's see how that works. Alright, there's the launch tone. So we got a missile in the air. There's another launch tone. And we got 2 missiles now. There's that low tone reminding me that there's a missile still in the air. Came at just the right time. Alright, the next fix reads, fixed. Flight path marker does not act as expected when switching to drift cutout. So, it is not uncommon to have 100 plus knots of wind at altitude, and as you can see, the flight path marker is basically wiped off the edge of the HUD. So this makes it kind of difficult to use either at altitude or at low altitude with lots of crosswind. So the drift cutout mode right here is basically going to cut that drift off of your flight path marker and just center it with the nose of the aircraft itself, making this much more usable. So in the past, this thing did weird stuff in this mode. I can't remember exactly how it behaved, but I knew there was something wrong with it, and it's been that way for a long time, so it's really nice to see that they have finally got around to fixing that one. Alright, the next one reads, fixed fuel leak rate after damage. So it's been an issue for a while in the Viper that it seems like if you take a hit, any hit, anywhere on the plane, your fuel just starts leaking out immediately, and 2 or 3 minutes later you're out of gas. So obviously that's not a very realistic damage model. It sounds like they've tried to address that in this patch. Unfortunately, due to time constraints, I haven't really had a chance to demo that. It's actually kind of hard to take like one hit somewhere in the plane without getting shot down. I tried once or twice, so I haven't had a chance to demo it, but if they did fix that issue, that's something I'm pretty happy about. Fixed AGM-65 bore sight alignment accuracy. If bore sighting a Maverick to the targeting pod on the ground, you must first set ground jet enable and master arm to simulate. As much as possible, bore sight objects at least 1 nautical mile away to avoid a parallax error. Alright, so I made a video on this a few days ago actually. They changed the procedure in DCS to require you to put master arm to simulate and ground jettison to enable. Apparently that was the correct procedure in the F-16 all along. However, the simulator would let you get away without doing those, and some people, like me, learned how to do it the wrong way essentially. Alright, so let's give this a try. Also, there was a bug. You could do the procedure correctly on the ground, and when you get in the air, it doesn't line up. So let's see if that was fixed real quick. Alright, so I've got a truck at the end of the runway, should be at least a mile away. I'm going to make my targeting pod center of interest. Set that to auto handoff. Go ahead and See if I can get a point track on this object, this tank down here, or APC down at the end of the runway. Let's see if I did that. Master arm sim, ground jet enable, yep. And more sight. Do the next station. Alright, so on the ground at least this appears to have been fixed. I haven't had a chance to really test it in the air. But previously, before this patch, on the ground this wouldn't work at all. It would be way off. So I'll just demo real quick. You can go over here to your Maverick, move it way off some target, and then if you make the targeting pod soy, the Maverick's going to slew right back to that object that you had in the targeting pod. Let's see if that can be repeatable on the other station. Looks like it. I'm going to try one more time. Yep, so it looks like it's following the targeting pod really well, indicating that this has probably been fixed. So nice job on that. Yep, there we go. We're right back on that tank. So I'm calling that one fixed. Hopefully it works in the air.